Welcome to podcast 73.
17.
17. I like how I just said it and couldn't.
17?
73.
17.
17. The big 1-7.
Neat.
We talk about PT.
Dicks.
A lot. And horror games.
And dicks.
And dicks.
A lot of
And
dicks.
fucking Activision and EA sucking dicks.
A lot of
Dicks! We talk about pay-to-loot systems.
Dicks!
We talked about my greatest fear.
Dicks.
We
My
did.
recurring nightmare.
Which
You,
is dicks.
you have to listen in to hear what Jared's
Oh,
recurring
God.
nightmare
It's,
is.
spoiler, it's dicks.
It's dicks. Dicks everywhere. Dicks.
Dicks! Dicks! I'm gonna get my dick semi-hard for all of this.
So I was editing the last one. I added in like the crescendoing intro music in between, like when the intro ends and the actual podcast start. And so like it comes in. It's like right as I'm saying, if that didn't make you want to watch, not listen to this podcast, and you scream dicks, and you scream it just loud enough to hear it over. Yeah, sure, you have one. To hear it over the music as it comes on. Like, you're just like, what? Dicks!
Peaches and blueberries.
Peaches and blueberries? Can we combine them?
That might be pretty good, actually.
The best reds, dude. The best reds.
Super Reds. Yeah. We got a new follower.
Oh,
Yo,
nice.
sweet. Is it what?
I actually haven't checked. I got it while I
Unknown
was,
user?
while I was picking up Lilo.
Deleted
So.
user. That's what it is.
Both unknown deleted user.
Delorded.
We got a notification.
Sweet.
Anita King.
Thanks for following, Anita
Yeah.
King.
I don't recognize that name. I
It's
don't.
probably a fucking bot.
It is. It's totally a bot.
Yeah, it's all
Bot.
bots.
For Glorify Records. There you
That's
go.
what we need, guys. A record label.
There you
Did
go,
say
Anita.
Glory Hole Records?
I did. I said Glory Hole Records. There you go, guys. Look it up. Glory Hole Records.
Hey,
Based out of Detroit.
Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind's coming out 6/6/17, Brez.
Yeah, Braz.
What does that mean?
So have you
I
read
haven't
this
played-
article,
Hold
by
on.
the way?
I haven't played the other Elder Scrolls Online game. Is it anything like Skyrim?
No.
No. Very
Well, I mean, yeah.
They tried to,
Obviously, it's an Elder Scroll game, so yes, a little bit.
Basically,
but no.
what they tried to do was make an MMO like Skyrim.
And it just didn't
And
work.
they fell flat on either side.
Is it first person?
Well, okay.
It's enough.
Because with Open Tamriel or One Tamriel, like whatever it was called, like it was supposed to basically like sync everybody up, so it was a more Elder Scrolly feel, like open world, and you can go everywhere, and there's no real level restrictions. It's just where you want to go. And I haven't played it since then, but like when I played it before that, it was like the thing that killed me was not how like where you got to go and how you progressed. It was how fucking clunky that game was.
That's the problem with me, too. And not only...
It's so
Were you
annoying.
saying that everything got like packed in the intro area, like you guys played it
No,
the
no,
first
no.
day, and like you couldn't get through the intro?
No,
because everyone
nothing
else was
like
doing
that. No progression, no story, nothing like that. It's literally like
how the game
the frame
controls.
rate's bad. The UI itself is
Like
even
how
bad.
you swing
It's
is
just-
so fucking strange. Like you don't swing like a normal person would swing, and so you can't hit like anything while you're trying to figure that shit out. And I'm sure there's a
It
slew
is
of people
very
who will
difficult.
disagree with me and call me a fucking loser
I mean,
for it. But
if you can tough through it, it's very interesting and sort of fun to play.
I gotta try
But it's
it.
an MMO.
I know there are people who are huge fans of that game.
I have lost interest very quickly in MMO. Like Neverwinter was the last one I tried out, and it kept me interested for a little while, but I just couldn't hold on. And that's the problem with MMOs is, one, I don't enjoy multiplayer as much as I used to. People are fucking assholes.
Yeah, they are.
I have here's the thing with MMOs specifically that I have a problem with. It's that they make everything so fucking confusing.
Oh yeah,
Like just basic things are so confusing to me. You have like
like crafting.
multiple lists just to fucking equip a skill.
Yeah.
Like I just want one skill. I don't want to go through 10 fucking lists.
Well, and like that problem is then compounded when you put it on.
Oh,
like,
no, the
a
pickle
cons-
fell.
Wait, no, it's okay.
want the pickle back.
I'm
Get
getting-
the pickle back.
I'm still getting semi-hard, so the pickle will be up in a minute.
Hey, and then
But
I want you guys to know that as you're describing this whole thing, the last MMO I played was RuneScape. So as you're describing this, I'm just picturing RuneScape.
Yeah, but RuneScape
walking
is
graphics.
well, like the
Don't
whole
you take
skill
that back
trees
and
thing
pitch
is
it?
made infinitely worse when you transport it to a console, and you're trying to put a hotkey on, or you're trying to put a skill bar somehow matched to a controller.
Yeah, not very good. The only
Neverwinter did it well, I will say.
Neverwinter did do it really well. The only game that I can say the console port is significantly better than the PC port is Diablo. I
actually haven't done it. Is it really fun?
Diablo 3 is fucking amazing. I played it on a console when it first came out, a long time ago, and I've been playing since then. And recently I played it on PC, actually, yesterday. And it's fucking awful. Even the graphics aren't as good, which is amazing. Because PC is always supposed to have like the best graphics.
Right.
Yeah. So that was incredible.
It's supposed to have the best graphics if you can throw down 5,000.
No, even then,
graphics
like
card.
I have not the greatest graphics card, and I have Diablo 3 on its highest settings, and it's still like it runs perfectly fine. There's no frame rate issues or anything, which is the main problem. But it looks like shit. It just doesn't look good. But on Xbox,
it looks pretty.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
I feel like there are just some games that are made to work better on console than on PC. Right?
I agree. Yeah.
So
I definitely agree.
Have you read this article? It was on GamesRadar. This article I was reading was originally posted in August.
This is the PT one.
Hey, will you send me a link to this article so I can link it in the video?
Yeah, I already have. I'll actually
start up an email.
Well, like I was starting up a document so that I could do just that, basically.
Okay.
And so I'll just make that document in the in the podcast drive.
I actually was planning on reading this article as well, but I didn't get a chance.
Basically, he just goes over why PT is so scary, and I have highlights.
Clarify something for me. Why didn't PT get made again?
PT didn't get made because Kojima got fired, essentially, by Konami, and Konami just decided not to do another Silent Hill game.
Okay.
And
because they were going to do mobile games, right?
Konami they are trying mainly to focus on mobile games, and fucking Metal Gear Survival, which is fucking retarded.
Is it out?
No.
Okay.
But who gives a shit?
No one.
Yeah, no one cares when it will be out. But it was Kojima's baby at that point. And so, Kojima went off and did Death Stranding with all of the people that he was supposed to do Silent Hills with. Like, what's his name? The director?
Of what?
Oh,
Director
Del Toro?
Yeah, Del Toro.
Yeah.
I was thinking Tarantino for some reason. It's a T. And Christopher Reeve. Not Christopher Reeve.
Hey, wake up!
The guy from Walking Dead. You know what
He's
I'm talking
dead.
about. Yeah. No,
Norman Reedus?
Yeah. Reedus, yeah. I flipped all of it up. All I could think of was first letters in their surnames, and I fucked it all up.
Get Quentin Tarantino and Christopher Reeve here. We're going to make a game.
Get Tarantino and Reeve in here. We make a game.
Okay.
That's Kojima.
So it was the article is written by David Houghton at GamesRadar. If you want to go look at it, it was posted back in October of 2016. So it's
okay, so this is new. This is brand new.
Oh yeah, definitely
fresh off the press.
Fresh off the press. This came out like only 7 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So how'd you find this?
It was actually a related story underneath. Oh yeah, side note. It was underneath the story I was reading about FXX's new Deadpool series.
Oh yeah, I saw
that Donald Glover and his brother are writing.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. I was telling that to Tyler.
Is Ryan?
Yeah,
Gosling.
he's voicing him.
Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is voicing him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Gosling is not?
No.
Oh.
God no. I don't need to hear Gosling's voice.
Sidebar.
Is it cartoon or
cartoon.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling talking, did anybody see Drive?
Yes.
A long time ago?
Where he kicks the guy's head in.
I couldn't fucking understand him in the whole movie.
Does he talk?
He was so quiet through the whole fucking movie.
he is like a mumbling actor, but like that movie gets fucking insane so fast.
So fucking fast.
Like when he starts kicking the dude's head in the elevator, I was like, oh my god! So, he was basically talking about how PT is a pure horror game. Like, nothing about it is supposed to be anything other than to scare the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah.
Literally, the entire game is not. It's not devised there for there to be a certain strategy to beat it. There's not devised for you to beat what's there. It's to scare the living shit out of you.
Yeah, and it succeeded very
well. So, like, everything about PT is intricately considered and seamlessly integrated. Firstly, its structure, that single looping corridor, is the conduit for everything it builds. An enclosed facade petri dish of investive, intelligent, increasingly meaningful horror whose claustrophobic sense of isolation builds increasingly ambient panic. Just as its repeating rhythmic iteration structure focuses the senses on each and every change in scenario and atmosphere, making even the smallest difference alien, significant, and desperately ominous. Every time you leave is a monumental relief, and every simultaneous instance of returning is a moment of primal foreboding at how things might and almost certainly will escalate, compounded by the knowledge of the seemingly countless iterations before. It fills that structure with an unbroken feedback loop of total terror. Everything that happens, everything you see, everything you do, everything you discover is bound through the intended experience. Everything is of the experience. Nothing is tangible or territory. Everything is meaning beyond simply scaring. Everything has meaning beyond simply scaring you, but the complete symbiosis of all the experience elements means that it will scare you constantly.
So, and I feel like, because I played a little bit of Layers of Fear, it kind of does that same thing, where you end up back in the same place, the art room, right?
Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying when we were texting earlier, is that Layers of Fear is a very good emulation of PT that succeeded in becoming its own.
Mm.
Whereas, if you go on Steam right now and go through probably 10 horror games, you will find probably 8 that are trying to be PT, and they just fall completely flat, and they're fucking
because they try to be too actiony.
Well,
they
not
try to give
only
you that
that,
sense of escape.
they just aren't successful at it.
Yeah.
Like they try to do even the
Cheap thrills,
the looping thing. They try to do that, and they're just not good at it.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't work.
They one I saw where they tried to do that, like where it was like looping, and like the changes were just too heavy. Like it wasn't subtle enough. Like as you're going around it, like it's that picture that's not on the wall anymore as you come around that corner, and like you pass it first time, you're like, wait, and you turn around and it's there again, and you're like,
Well, I mean, see, that's the thing with PT for me, at least, is I remember every single moment that I played that from the very beginning. I remember waking up in the cement room, walking out of the door into the hallway, walking through the last door and back into the hallway, and you think to yourself, like, what, this looks familiar, maybe this is a different hallway. You continue on and you reach that corner, and you're like, no, this is the same fucking hallway. And you keep doing it, and the entire game you're questioning it, like, when the fuck is this gonna end? Like, it literally eats at your fucking mind.
Well, yeah, and that was the other thing he was talking about, is that PT, the reason that it was so good is it chews away with the rational and uses, like, dream logic.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the field in which PT plays. Go ahead.
Can you play PT in any way?
Anymore?
Yeah.
I can.
Like, you can, because you downloaded it,
Yeah.
and they removed it from the PlayStation Store.
And I will never delete that from my PS4.
Yeah, is there a way to play it? Like, is it available on Steam? Is it available, like, through a browser?
You
Has
might
someone ported
be
it?
you might be able to find something.
Like, is there a torrent emulation
Maybe.
somewhere?
I've never heard of it, and I've never
I will
sought
say,
out,
like,
but
in the last, 2 years, the quality of piracy has plummeted.
Jim, write
pretty
that down.
bad. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah, because
stupid laws.
it's because they shut down that one site.
Fucking media fire.
So it operates
Mediafire.
on dream logic, or rather nightmare
LimeWire.
logic. Some have criticized the game for its linearity, for its obtuse prescriptive puzzles, seeing these as evidence of lacking game design. In truth, these traits make PT more successful, not less. Because this is horror, not a game dressed up as horror, the ability to choose a tactical approach to a monster to hide from it or stealth kill it is actually an avoidance of its real horrific substance. The potential any horror threat may hold, not that most in games really represent anything meaningful, is deftly dodged with each and every act of savvy player agency. Most games are about evadingly or repeatedly vanquishing horror, not dealing with it. PT does not let you do that. It is not even presented as a possibility. PT forces you as your sole means of progression to face and embrace its holistic terrors. Your only mechanic of interaction being closer investigation, no defense, no form of attack, just the means to confront your fears, immerse yourself in them, and try to come to understand them. That, again, is what real horror is about.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because, you could look at any other game. For example, Outlast 2 just came out, so that's a pretty popular topic at this point.
I heard it's not as scary as the first one.
It's scary, it's just difficult. Like,
Okay.
people are having a really hard time with the
What is
difficulty
Outlast?
of it. Outlast is the one with
It's like a scary
all
game.
you have is a camera, and
Like,
you
you
use
can,
the night vision on it and stuff.
Okay.
Like, you have no defense. All you can do is hide and film things with a fucking camera.
It's one of those, it's one of those like PT where they don't present an option of escape or or trying to beat it. You just hide and hope it doesn't fucking find you.
See, and that's not to say that Outlast is bad in what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
It's just that you run away from your fears. Like, that's the point of it. You run away from the horror. Something chases you and you hide in a fucking wardrobe from it or something. But in PT, the main thing
hiding places.
Not at all. No. You're stuck in this corridor and you have nowhere to go.
Well, and even the places where you think you're hidden and you're safe, there's a crying baby in the bathtub.
Yeah. And the thing that mainly comes to mind when you read that is the one loop through the hallway that there's a refrigerator roped to the ceiling and there's blood coming out of it and a crying baby in it. And you loop through it again and it's still there and you're like, what the fuck? You loop through it again, it's still there, and you go through it again and it starts like shaking around and like smacking into the walls and shit. It's fucking like you have to go through that hallway.
It literally doesn't let you ignore it.
You literally have to walk past the horrors in order to progress because you have to loop through that hallway. You can't go backwards, so you have to go forwards.
PT is basically, it's a movie that you're controlling. It's a horror movie that you're controlling.
Well, and like even more so, it doesn't...
nothing you can do other than what you're
True
supposed to do.
fear is knowing you have no way out. That's true fear. Knowing you can literally not fix your situation. You have no control over what is about to happen.
I think there's also...
You just have to just deal with it.
I think another big thing is that you don't hear, you don't see notes, you don't anything from another person. You're literally alone in that game.
The only thing you do hear is the radio talking about the husband killing
and you
his
know it's
child
not like real and it's part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So there's no form of comfort brought in to basically say I'm not alone in this because that radio
that radio broadcast just incenses more to like chill your fucking bones.
Yeah. There is no comfort. You're alone. Not at all. And I think that just kind of pushes the fact that yes, you're alone. This radio broadcast isn't real. It's
And see, I mean, I can definitely agree that it is, the purest form of horror because I'm sort of desensitized to it, and that usually happens with horror games. Like, I can literally blow through Outlast 1 with no fucking problem. Maybe I'll get pissed if I died. But with PT, it still kind of creeps me out. It's not as bad, of course. But it does still...
Just that fucking image of her looking over the balcony.
That's the worst one, and I constantly want to see it when I play it. I fucking keep looking up there. I'm like, I gotta fucking see this lady.
Wait,
that's
the one that you showed me, and I screamed like a little girl.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
Holy shit.
You just like look up and like, ah!
And that's another really good thing about PT and another true form of horror is you never know what's coming next. Where... I mean, a lot of games do that with, like, jump scares and shit, but PT never really had that. They had a couple where, like, the bathroom door is partially ajar, and you have to, like, look through it and actually zoom into it, and Lisa's face appears, and then she slams the door. That's a jump scare, But there's very few in
Well, like, the thing is, those are strategic, I found out. Like, they're placed there for a reason. Like, it's meant to get your heart rate going. Yeah. And so once your heart rate is going, like, you start to, like, make mistakes.
Yeah.
And you start to overthink things. You start to work through them the wrong way because you're thinking about them too much. And so you start to bumble through things, and then you fall into these horrible things even easier because you can't concentrate. And then it jump scares you again, and your heart rate goes again, and you literally have to set the controller down because you are having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrifying game, and it's really... I mean, I've said it before, and this probably won't be the last time I'll say it, but I really, really wish that Silent Hills would have been made.
Yeah.
Because and you were, in this article, he speaks on that it's not realism that's the horrifying part. It's like they literally took all rationality out of everything.
Yeah, it's the fact that it uses that nightmare logic.
Yeah. Well, and they also did a trailer for Silent Hills at one point, which is also a first-person sort of thing, but it's the guy running through a hallway, and literally, shit just happens. Like, you can't even guess what's going to happen next. Like, he'll be running, and blood will start coming down the walls, and then he'll turn and look into a room, and then a ball will go by, and then he'll turn, and there's a giant fucking worm in the hallway. Like, just random shit, and that's the best thing that they could have done with this game, and no other game can really do that too well.
Well, they found that like that perfect formula that no one else can seem to get perfectly right. Like that, we're going to get your heart rate going, and now we're going to present you with a couple things that will literally fuck with you so hard, you'll question your own reality.
Well, that's kind of like how Alien Isolation is, though, right? I mean, you've got weapons, but they don't really do much. Right?
Well, Alien Isolation it's a completely different aspect, because you could compare Alien Isolation to like Outlast, for example. I know I keep talking about it, but
it's one you've been playing.
It's one of the bigger horror games at this point, and it's more revolutionary than most others. But you could compare it to Outlast because you can't defend yourself. The only thing you can defend yourself against is other humans. And towards the end of Alien Isolation, it really kind of gets bad, because you get a flamethrower and like Molotovs, and if the alien comes out, then you just shoot a flamethrower at it and it runs back into the ducts, and you're okay for a moment. So, but it's a similar type of situation. It's not so much that you can't, because with PT, it's not that you can't fight the thing.
There's nothing to fight.
There's literally, it just fucks with your head the entire time. Where, Alien Isolation, it's not fucking with your head so much as it's...
Yeah, you're in PT, there is no actual object for you to be afraid of, whereas in Alien Isolation, there is a focus point for your fear.
Yeah. So it is kind of a completely different world, no pun intended.
And that's how I feel Layers of Fear was. I mean, it really was trying to mimic PT in a way that
it really was
a subject that they focused the fear on.
Even to the point
it dropped a lot of the dream logic, though. I feel PT had more. I
can kind of agree with that. It's not, because the thing with Layers of Fear, it's not so much a dream logic kind of thing as it is
absolute psychosis.
Yeah, this guy's fucking insane, and you see it throughout the notes that you pick up and the the objects from his
as you progress through that game, you find out more and more things about the person you are, and you find out, oh, this guy's just a fucking psychopath who basically brutally inflicted pain on his family.
Dude, fucking spoilers, I haven't finished it.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes without saying.
No, I know. And I caught that 10 minutes into the game. I was like, I'm playing as a fucking nut job right now.
Yeah, he's a fucking psycho. And so Layers of Fear definitely fell more on a psychological side of horror.
Yeah.
And you go back to PT, and it's just something totally different. You literally can't categorize it. It's very hard to put it in a subgenre of horror. Because
I consider it pure horror.
I can agree with that. I definitely can. I mean...
there's no other aspects to it other than to horrify you. So, even RE7, Layers of Fear, Outlast, they all have other elements that are integrated with them. Yeah. PT is just to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And that was its intended goal as being a playable trailer. It was just supposed to be look at how fucking scared you're going to be.
The thing fucking exploded. I mean, what could have been so bad to where they were like, nope, we're going to shut it down? Because,
they fired the director.
Yeah, but what was so bad that they had to fire the director? Because that trailer exploded. I mean, it was huge.
The thing you're thinking is that they had a logical reason for this. They didn't. They're fucking retarded. They decided, well, we're going to do...
He said he was going on vacation.
Yeah, I'm sure that was it. Moving off on absolutely no set.
Hold on, I've got a question. So, with dream logic and nightmares, you guys ever have recurring nightmares?
I used to as a child.
Did I ever tell you about the whole AMA where people were like, have you ever met somebody in your dream and then been really sad when you wake up and realize you didn't know them? Because someone replied to that with their experience into that, and he talked about how he got knocked out in college and wasn't knocked out very long. Got up. Went on with his life. Got married, had kids, had a good job, whatever. One day he was looking at his lamp on the side of his bed, and it didn't look right. He just kept fucking staring at it. Just could not get it out of his head. He was just staring at this fucking lamp. And his wife ends up leaving him, taking the kids to her mom's house, and then he wakes up in the hospital 15 minutes after he got knocked out, only to find out the last 3 years of his life were a dream.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I read that.
He went into a deep depression when he found out his kids and wife weren't real.
So he was basically in a mini coma.
Yeah.
And his whole life was a complete fantasy.
Yeah, it fucking scares you, right? You're
that's pretty fucking terrifying.
Well, you guys have heard that before, right? How do you know that this moment's not a dream?
Yeah, right?
How do you know that everything before this was just a memory? And how do you know that 5 minutes from now isn't?
Well, it's the whole Matrix thing.
Yeah, it is.
But Yeah, it is pretty terrifying to think that could be happening to anybody at any possible moment.
Do you guys have any recurring nightmares?
I don't have recurring nightmares.
We're on it, dude. We're doing the fucking podcast.
I keep having...
This is my recurring nightmare.
It's not a recurring nightmare, but like I keep having these dreams, and there's always this like background story going on. Like in every dream I've had...
Like you have a story arc to your nightmares?
No, it's kind of like... I've been watching Preacher, and in the background you catch glimpses of them talking about how Tom Cruise exploded and he's dead. Throughout like 4 different episodes, right? And so, like, that keeps happening in my dreams. Like, there's some background story that I'm aware of that's going on.
So it's not that it has a story arc. You have running jokes.
Yes, I do. I have running jokes in my dream. And the one that's going
Continuity is always great, man.
The one that's going on lately is that Trump shut down all the Mexican food restaurants.
Did he really?
In my dream.
No.
What about Taco Bell?
Yeah, they're all gone.
Taco Bell's not even Mexican.
Yeah, that's American food.
It's specifically
chicken
Taco
chips.
Bell, Taco Bell, Del Taco.
They have Taco
Time.
Bells in Mexico, and they call it American food.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that I'm talking about.
Nice.
Those are the ones
Taco Bell on like the Mexican border.
Those are the ones I'm upset about in my dream.
Do they have guacamole guns too?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure they do. I love those fucking
things
so
shoot
cool.
really fucking far, dude.
Yeah, they fucking do.
That is not a joke.
Anyways,
especially if you're allergic to guacamole, those things can be dangerous.
No, Jared literally has been shot with them and
broken out in hives.
Gotten a rash.
Yeah. I'm allergic to avocado.
Yeah.
So when someone holds a guacamole gun to me, it's no fucking joke.
All right, man.
Someone could rob me with a guacamole gun.
Chill, man.
I don't want to get itchy today.
Listen, yeah.
I don't need hives.
I don't want to be itchy.
Yeah, that's what I'm freaked out about. Like it's always like a slight like stress in my dreams that I can't go to Taco Bell
Hold
anymore.
on, are you serious? That's your fucking stress in your life?
In my dreams.
Yeah, but that's your subconscious. That's like what is controlling you at most times.
I like Taco Bell.
Shit.
But that's your major fucking fear?
Yeah.
They should make a game about that.
Dude, I have dreams where my legs slowly get cut off.
Oh shit! Seriously?
Or dreams where my teeth fall out just from brushing them.
dreams,
That's fucking horrifying.
I have dreams that Kayla turns into Aubrey Plaza for the night.
I'm not cutting that. I'm gonna make sure I.
She knows. I already told her about it.
26:37.
You should cut his words together and stuff and make it be like, I'm gonna leave Kayla for Aubrey
Plaza. Anyways, I want to talk about the PaytoLoot systems because we are like 35 minutes in.
Go ahead, let's do it. PaytoLoot systems.
Woo! Because, alright, quick explanation.
It's not pay to win though, right?
No, okay. No. So that's part of it, and we'll talk about it. So PaytoLoot systems are basically any system where you pay real money for like in-game packs.
Halo.
And the main subject matter we're talking about here is RNG, or random number generators.
Halo.
That's Halo, Overwatch, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty. Yes,
Destiny.
all of them.
Oh yeah, Destiny.
All of them have these. Hey, guess what's rumored to be coming to E3?
Go what? Huh?
Guess what's rumored to be coming to E3?
Don't say Kingdom Hearts 3 or I'll punch you.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, come here.
Yeah, but no fucking shit, dude.
I scrolled down on like the rumored E3 and saw Kingdom Hearts 3 and just fucking laughed. There's there's not even a console listed for it.
Have I not told you that?
Oh yeah, you have. That's what made me laugh about it.
They announced that in 2013 and they've only released 8 minutes of footage for it.
Oh yeah, they said like they're not gonna be done with it for fucking ever. The Final Fantasy VII remake is also rumored to be there, and I believe that's gonna be there more than Kingdom Hearts 3.
I do as well, because that was there more recently also.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. So it's basically you pay and you open your box and you get a random set of items. There's no rhyme or reason to the items you get. Doesn't matter how much you pay, what boxes you get. For most of them, you only get you get a completely random number of items. Halo in that respect is a little bit better in the fact that they offer like tiered sets. Like if you buy better packs, you get higher chance at better loot.
Yeah.
Overwatch isn't like that, which is part of the reason why I don't like Overwatch. We'll get to that. But
and then you
the
get
opening quote to this article is, in behavioral psychology, that randomized system of reward is the one that creates the most addiction.
Gambling.
Yes. It is literally that system. And this like microtransactional like business model is the new business model for games.
Yeah.
It is just purely that is it. Like it is the new, and like he compares it. He's like it's certainly comparable to the card packs that you get with Magic the Gathering. It's just the same thing in one way or another. So there's that randomness that goes with it, and the poker machine like experience with the poker machine-like experience that comes with that. And someone basically explains that,
Dude,
like...
Once you pull, like, one of the super special lands cards out of a Magic pack, like, I spent, like, $200 over the next 2 weeks on Magic cards just trying to get another, like, super rare card.
Yeah. Whether you get it by playing the game for so many hours or winning so many matches, or whether you roll that random number generator for spending $5 to buy a pack of cards or loot chests, it's still the same rush, the same experience, the same hopeful anticipation to try and figure out, well, did I figure it out this time? Even though in the front part of your brain, in that rational, slow-moving part of your brain, you know that it's completely random. And no, you haven't cracked any code or figured it out, but those circuits are hardwired in our brain, and they are very effective and very powerful.
Had I just picked another pack, had I just waited 3 more seconds to hit the button,
It's all going to be the same shit.
Like, literally, like, you know in your head that there is absolutely no way you're going to get what you want definitively from that pack.
Yeah, no,
But that part of your brain that's just like, but you could.
There is a chance.
And, like, the other thing they talk about is that it doesn't matter whether you are a frugal person or not. If you play these games on a regular basis, you will buy these packs.
That's not a joke.
It's not. They expose you to it again and again. You level up, you get a pack. Oh, you play this game type, you get a pack when you win the game.
dude.
Oh, well, you can only get this one time.
Fucking, how much money have I spent on Halo?
You spent a lot on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
buy
saying
fucking
we're
games.
frugal.
I don't buy games because $20 is sometimes too much for me to pay for a game. But I'll play Halo and pay $30 on fucking packs and just open them up.
Yeah, and
then not play.
It's not a matter of if you will buy a pack. It's when.
Yeah.
If you play on a regular basis, it's when you will buy a pack. And that's where my extreme problem starts with Overwatch. Because Overwatch, I feel, is the scummiest piece of shit when it comes to their loot boxes.
They're expensive.
For one, yeah, they're expensive. They're harder than shit to get normally. Their event skins are impossible to get any other way than their loot boxes.
Yeah.
And you can get fucking repeats.
The repeats are so
That's
fucking
what does it for me. I am level 36 and have had like 5 different loot crates, all repeats.
Dude, okay, so that's the other problem with it is when you first start, nothing's a repeat, and those first 10 levels that you're ramping up and getting loot boxes like fucking crazy.
Yeah, like boom,
and
boom,
it's
boom,
just
boom.
one after the other, and nothing's a repeat.
And
then
you're like, I can get some
fucking
sick shit from this.
You see how many player icons you still have left to get, and then you just get all fucking repeats. None of those like hundreds of player
and you're sitting there thinking, you're like, I haven't unlocked nearly enough items for you to be repeating them at me.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Like, I've gotten repeat purple skins.
Yeah, same here.
Like, that's absolutely ridiculous.
I have 3 purple skins, and I've gotten repeat purple skins.
Like, and that's the thing that really kills me with Blizzard, is you're clearly not trying to make a better playing experience, you're just trying to find another way to get money from me.
Now let's be fair. You keep saying Blizzard.
That's
it's Activision.
Oh, is it Activision for the Overwatch?
Activision owns Blizzard.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, partially you're right, but you've got to keep in mind that it's a bigger picture sort of
Activision
thing.
do Call of Duty
It's like,
too?
I'm not going to blame BioWare for making
so
Mass
I'll
Effect
switch that up
shit.
then. Activision is a piece of shit then.
And I mean,
are there microtransactions in Mass Effect?
there is now, yeah. There is in the
Is
new
it
one.
multiplayer stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't play multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, so it's not, but I mean, people do play multiplayer.
Yeah.
And
That's one that I can say I won't buy a pack for, because I don't...
if you play it, you will.
The multiplayer?
Yeah.
I haven't even touched it, I'm afraid.
The multiplayer is so good on Mass Effect.
It's really fun.
Let's play it.
It's good. It's Horde mode, so...
It's basically just like waves, so...
They fixed some stuff. They did a patch for it the other day. Came out with a patch for Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I guess they made some enemies, your gun's stronger and the melee weaker, I guess. Some of the enemies are toned down.
Huh. In Andromeda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said 3.
Oh, Andromeda. Sorry.
Like,
so yeah, but like, Overwatch in particular is particularly bad in that I don't look at that and go, okay, like you're doing that to give me another way to get items. Because like there are games where that is the case. Like what was the one I was thinking of earlier that was that exact basic? It was basically just that model. Like you do nothing in a pack you could not get by playing the game. And there's several games like that where like they have like their purchasable packs where you can get them.
I think Call of Duty is one of those.
Battlefield 1 is another one where you can earn like credits and like you can like unlock. And
Black
then,
Ops 2 is a big one I'm thinking. Or did they even have microtransactions?
Yeah, they have the boxes or whatever.
I don't mind those business models where basically they offer you the
shortcut.
Pay money to be lazy, essentially. Like, and I don't mind that, like, because like I don't want to be lazy. I would rather earn it. But fuck, if you want to be stupid and spend your money, go ahead and give them your money. Like, there's nothing like I see really inherently wrong about that. But literally, Overwatch is just trying to get you to buy as many loot crates as possible and try to fuck you over as much as they can.
I don't think so, because you still earn loot crates by playing their specific playlists.
Yeah, but you can only get them once a day. And so if you don't play regularly, the only way to earn that, only way to get loot crates, especially during a seasonal time when you have a time frame, like, I can play maybe at length one time a week.
Yeah. See, and that's the only bad thing that I can really glean from it is the events that they do. Yeah. Whereas if you're just playing normally, I mean, there's arcade where you can get up to 3 loot crates a week.
Yeah,
guaranteed. I mean, as long as you win.
I didn't get a single fucking skin from the last thing, by the
way. I got
and like I need to level up a little bit more to see if it gets any better, because I've had like this extreme issue, and like maybe it's just me, maybe I'm super unlucky, but the reason I stopped playing Overwatch is because I got so fucking aggravated. Like, the last loot boxes I purchased, I spent like $10 on loot boxes, got a whole bunch. Like, I think I got 3 new items.
Was this earlier today? Is this why you took it to your computer? And found
no, this was a while ago. I was looking at IGN because I was like, I want to have talking points for tonight. That's when I found the Deadpool. And then I ran into that article and was like, well, this is super cool.
I mean, I definitely agree with you that the random number generators are fucking bullshit.
Well, like, the way he, like, what he suggested in this, like, where basically, like, you take some of the gamble out of it. Yeah. Basically, where, like, you present me with 3 random options you get to pick from.
Yeah.
Because then you take some of that random, like, oh, it's just random bullshit what you get. Like, you at least now get to pick what you get now.
Yeah.
You get 3 options, pick from those options.
Silver packs, bronze packs, and gold packs.
Well, no, like, moreover, when you open those packs, like, it opens the packs, and you get to pick from those, like what it gives you.
Oh, what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of?
Basically, yeah. Like, you get to decide.
Okay.
And, like, that removes a solid portion of the gambling aspect of it, where you're just like, come on, big money, big money, big money, no, let me swear! And then you get 3 repeats.
I can't think of a game that's done that, but
absolutely not. He compares it to the prestige system in Call of Duty, where, like, you get prestige, you get a new emblem. Like, you know what the result is going to be when you go up, or when you get said, when you go to achieve said goal, or get said goal, you know what the reward is. And that's basically what they want to try and implement to remove that gambling aspect of it. Because that's where they're having the severe addiction problems, like where they're having people who, instead of paying their mortgage, they spent $4,000 on
Candy Crush,
or like maxed out all their credit cards so they could buy fucking 400 loot crates.
What were you saying about like some Saudi prince?
Oh, whales. Yeah, whales are like half of the reason that most like in-app purchases survive, because like you have these people that purchase mass amounts of money on these games, and like, these companies don't need Joe Blow, me, and you to purchase every once in a while. They don't give a shit about us. They care about that guy who has a ridiculous expendable income who's just like, oh, keep buying.
It's like the casino where they treat the person who's got a lot of money to the free rooms, the free breakfast, all that shit.
Absolutely.
You and me walk in, we have to pay fucking massive amounts.
Absolutely. Because we're not going to spend money with them. They know that, and so they're not going to offer us anything. Yeah. It's basically the same in a sense. They don't really care about us in particular. Like, the Age of War had it in particularly where like they had like one guy in Saudi Arabia who spent like $250,000 on their game by himself. One guy.
Yeah. I just wish I had that.
Yeah, like one. Yeah, I wish I had $250,000 to just whittle away at a fucking app.
Hey, you guys want to make an app?
No, like, really, we already talked about this. Not a strong business model. Like, think about Age of War. Have you seen a commercial for that recently?
Dude, let's do Flappy Bird 2.
We should do.
That guy got death threats, man. He had to literally delete his game because he got death threats. That's why the original game doesn't exist anymore. People all threatened to kill his ass.
I think that we should just do an app that, like, you get a loot box, right? And you open it, and then you like what you get, so you buy more.
Yeah,
and you just—that's all it is.
It's
loot
skins.
boxes.
It's just called loot box.
wallpapers
Yeah.
on your phone.
It's
and
just
that's
called loot box, and it doesn't. You don't even actually get anything. Like it just gives you thumbs up or thumbs down.
You get items that you already have, but you didn't know you already fucking had them.
You get loot boxes, so you can open more loot boxes.
That's it.
You want a picture of your dick? Hey, here's a picture of
Until
your
you
dick.
get 100 loot boxes, and then the loot boxes stop coming out of your loot boxes, and you have to pay for more loot boxes if you want loot boxes.
I've got it all figured out. This is gonna be good.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah.
You're fucked, Activision. We got your game now.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, but
I hate Activision.
I do too.
They're like this. They're right below EA for me. Now, okay. So I know you don't honestly care about Madden, but I'm just gonna bring it up here for
Are
for
you
the sake
pumped for the new one? Is there a new one?
Of course, there's a fucking.
Yeah, no
There's
shit.
always a
It
new one,
literally is a serial game series. Like
Yeah.
every fucking
When do
year.
they lose the contract?
2020, and I can't fucking wait till EA does.
Do you think they're going to lose it? Or
Oh
stay
yeah.
with them?
Oh yeah, people hate EA making football games. Just despise it. And the one thing I said last year, right, because I played last year and I was like, oh good, it's another Madden game where they didn't do fucking shit. They basically just slapped a new fucking texture pack on it. And we're like, it's a new game, paid $60 more for it. Go fuck yourselves.
Put a new player on the
And
cover.
so they're showing the trailer this year, and they have like the Frostbite logo pop up, and I'm like, Christ. But then like at the very end of the trailer, they start like previewing like a story mode. And like literally, I was talking to Dallas, and I was like, the only way I'd buy Madden 18 is if they had a story mode. That is
a lot of people
literally
said that.
the only way. Yeah, and I was hoping for that because I actually truly want it. Because the reason I like to play NBA 2K17 is because they have a story mode, not because I like basketball more than football. I actually love football way more. I just like that sole player story mode that you kind of get to craft yourself.
You're the owner of the Detroit Lions.
No.
Get to the Super Bowl.
Because they have that in franchise mode. I want that single player experience. Like, I am a wide receiver starting from
Tebow.
nothing.
Be good.
Be good! No. Just do a whole bunch of Hail Marys in the end zone. And we're not talking about the throw. We mean literally pray.
Football.
But yeah. So I want to see if they actually did something to improve their game, or if they're just blowing smoke up our ass again. If they are blowing smoke, I will actually stick to my guns and not buy it this year, because I'm not buying another piece of shit EA product.
Are you going to wait
You-
until
you're
it's out
going
for a
to.
while?
Probably if I do buy it. Well, look,
You'll
here's
buy
the
it
thing.
used, right?
If I do end up buying it, it'll be several months after it comes out. I won't buy it new, and I won't buy it full price. I refuse. I will not pay $60 for the exact same game.
How many times have you done that now?
4 or 5 times now.
Jesus.
Since
it's a lot of
like
money.
2013 is when I bought 2013, 14, 15. No, since 2014.
Wait, isn't 2013 the one with Green Bay and Arizona on it?
No, that was 2012. 2013.
That's the last one I played.
Yeah, so I bought 14, 15, 16, and 17 are the 4 that I've purchased, and literally all 4 of those, like
Same game?
yeah, if I played one in front of you and did not tell you what game it was, I promise you couldn't tell me which year.
Can you tell the difference between the ones on 360 and Xbox One?
Fuck yeah, the graphics difference is massively different.
Okay, so that was probably the only time it was actually worth throwing down $60.
No, I don't think $60 is worth the fucking graphics.
No, because
upgrade.
that's the thing, and that's what he said, is they add on a new texture pack, and that's it. The gameplay is still exactly the same.
Yeah, it's still
Everything's
garbage
the
where you
same.
have like fucking DBs picking you off where they're not even looking at the ball. They're just like, where you have like a ricochet go off someone's head, bounce off of someone's head in the crowd, comes back and they intercept it, return it for a touchdown, and you lose the game.
Seriously?
Or you sim the game and your coach runs 48 run plays in a row. You're like, why? Nobody does this.
I do that. Wildcat!
That's why you're not in the NFL though. I want you to run 42 flea flickers in a row.
That's how I always won, dude. No one expects you to do the same play every single time. And
After a while, though,
when they do, you do it anyway.
then when they start to expect it, you run it again.
And then they just think, no, there's no way he'll do it.
then you psych them out. They're like, oh, he's totally gonna not do it. Then they hang back, and you fucking do it again.
Wildcat!
And then the next game, they just figure you out, and you get them, and then you go 1 in 15.
Right?
Yeah.
But that one.
Epic. You won a game doing 48 Wildcats in a row. Amazing.
It's one way it goes around the back.
No,
Okay.
I know football, I just don't fucking care.
Okay.
I don't want to know football. This is the problem.
That's fair.
Let's move on.
Yeah. That's really all I wanted to mention about
So
it.
yeah, fuck EA and Activision and all that shit.
Seriously, though, fuck EA. EA just takes things and ruins them.
They really do. Activision
Like,
does the same
I
thing.
literally think Activision is better than EA, though. Like,
No.
EA for me is a pinnacle of shit.
I can disagree with that because let's take a look at Destiny, for example. Destiny was on a very good track. It had a very good story, which people have data mined and things like that. It had very good gameplay.
Data mine.
All kinds of shit, yeah, where you mine for data.
Explain it to me like I'm 3.
You go into the code and find things that are not there now.
Okay.
And Activision comes in and they go, here's what we're going to do. Fire that guy. And he's like, I wrote the whole thing. Yeah, you're gone. I don't know who you are.
We don't want you.
Start from scratch. And
You're
then they did.
going to disagree with what
And
we're
they
going to do here, so we want you to go.
And they cut fucking everything. They had to cut parts of the main story to make them into DLC. Which is Activision.
The thing,
is
my
that what
favorite thing,
Destiny did?
fucking thing is when Bungie came out, they were like, we have a 10-year project for this, and then, like, Destiny 2 trailer drops 3 years after the game comes out.
Well, that's
Well, it's because it came in and they were like,
No,
we want
because
this
that
fixed
was
now.
not the fucking impression. They gave you the impression they were going to take that same game and basically progress over 10 years. Not that you're going to have to buy another Destiny 2 3 years later.
You're saying Bungie, but it's not Bungie.
Oh, I understand. And that's
Activision.
And that's what I hate, is that Activision took that and then, like, just fucking stepped all over
I
it.
heard
Yeah.
the same thing
I
about
liked
Elder
that
Scrolls,
plan.
by the way. That it was the end all. They would never do it again because this is the one they're going to update and upgrade. I've heard the same thing about Halo 5 multiplayer. I don't think that's ever going to be the case with any game.
They hope
Or
it will.
GTA 5 is the big one that I keep hearing, or was hearing it with.
GTA Online?
Yeah. That they would just update that one.
You
You never have to buy a GTA game.
You can't use that as an example now, though, because they haven't released another
Oh,
one.
I know, but you know they're going to.
Well,
Not
no,
necessarily.
we can't just assume. Well, we can't just assume
got
that.
GTA Online. Maybe they'll do a standalone without GTA 5.
But I doubt they'll redo GTA Online.
Yeah, I
You
don't
don't
think
think
they will. No, they've updated it for fucking how long now?
Yeah,
They have no plans on dropping. Like, Rockstar's
I
not
do-
giving up on it. at
I
this
do
point.
like that I put $120 into that game because I bought it on 2 different consoles.
Yeah.
And I have gotten multiple games out of it, honestly.
Yeah,
because
easily.
of all
I
the
can
events.
still go back, wipe my save, and play it again.
Or
See,
even
and
the
that's-
online stuff. There's so much stuff to do with
This
it.
is actually a good thing to talk about because it's a positive point of everything we have been talking about. Rockstar's its own company.
Mhm.
And Rockstar, for one, doesn't listen to their fans. They know what their fans want already, so they're like, fuck you.
Red Dead 2?
I don't care what...
You don't know what you want. We know what you want.
know exactly.
Just wait till we come out with it and you'll be like, oh, I love
Or
it.
is
then you
it
come out
Red
with
Dead
it.
3?
No, Red Dead 2.
Okay.
It's Red Dead 3, but it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
But yeah, Rockstar knows what everybody wants, and they succeed so well at giving it.
Isn't that supposed to be Overworld? Red Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, Red Dead 1.
Well, no, I mean, like, in a different open world, like, the trailer I was watching, like, mentioned multiplayer.
Are they going to do...
Red Dead 1 had multiplayer
Did it?
that was open world, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So is
Yeah,
it going to be like...
I have not played Red Dead in, like a decade.
Red Dead's one of the best games ever made.
Oh, I agree. Like, it's one of the, like, the
Absolutely
only problem is,
insane.
like, I never finished it, and it's too old now for me to get back to it.
That is
Are they
not
going to
true.
do GTA Online with Red Dead?
Probably not.
Not that expensive.
No, not that big.
That'd be
But-
cool. I'd be okay with that.
The
I'd
problem-
open-
The problem
open-
isn't, like, the
Old
game
West.
itself. It's, like, control and, like, and just, like, UI and, like, the look of the game, it legitimately gives me a headache. Like,
No, it's
a
great.
literal
Even
headache.
now. That
How
game
many
really
references
holds
do you
up
think
now.
they'll put to Westworld in it?
Oh, to I think they'll probably do, like, it's super popular in pop culture, so I'm guessing they'll probably put 1 or 2. It's not going to be, like, peppered, though. And plus, I think the second season of Westworld will come out, which I'm positive is not going to be based in Westworld. It's going to be based in whatever that
The
Asian world was.
Samurai World or whatever.
Yeah. The SW. I'm guessing Samurai World.
That was my nickname in high school.
You were very popular.
Yes.
But, that's slated
Samurai
for
World.
2018.
Comes
by
in
the way.
wearing full Shibito.
Westworld 2, 2018.
Yeah, I know. Deadpool 2, 2018.
Also my nickname.
Deadpool on FXX, 2018.
Oh, okay, that's going to be good then.
I am super
Why
excited for that.
FXX? I don't get FXX. I have FX.
Because it's FX Extra.
Yeah.
I don't want extra. I want it on the regular channel.
The problem is
Then
they
fucking call Fox and tell them.
Okay, so no, the reason they have FXX is it's a straight cable. You can only get them on cable or like satellite, and so they can show you way raunchy your shit.
Okay.
Which is why Deadpool's on there. Like, there's going to be nudity, gore, blood, swearing, like all of it.
I like boobs.
Like, they are not going to, like, Don Glover said he's not going to water this shit down.
Yeah, I mean...
I love that joke, though, by Don Glover. He's like, you know how long it took me to realize that my name says Dong Lover?
That's hot. I like that. So we're done.
Yeah. It was good.
It was a good time.
It was a solid podcast, guys.
Thanks, Pickle.
Fuck you.
Fuck Chris.
Fuck Chris. Crap. Damn, I need that shit.
You might have. It looked like it. Why Chris Pratt? He's great.